welcome to Good Talk with Oj. This week we got
Ymskyz.
Yes sir, yes sir. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't know, it's been a minute. I've been looking forward to this interview for a long time. We go way back. But let's start off with the little generic questions first to get that out the way. So where you from? Tell them where you from.
I'm from Columbia, Maryland. I live in Baltimore. I'm Nigerian, like I'm a Yoruba man, so
the best tribe that way. So what do you do for the people that may not know you?
Too much. I'm a creative director. I'm a video director. I rap too, but like mainly it's the visuals, so that's what I do.
About time. Let's get into the juice because I got a lot of questions I want to ask and I need answers to. And for y'all that know my man, y'all want the answers too. So let's get to it. So what's got you into videography? Like what got you into that realm?
Bro, that joint was an accident for real. Like,
oh man,
it was. I just woke up one day like I need a copy camera. Like I need to film a concert because 21 Savage came to UMBC April 21st, 2018, and I was like, you know what? Let me just see what's like. Let me get there. I'm gonna get to the concert real early. I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna see where it goes from there. And after that joint, I copped up Premiere. I was like, yo, this is the wave now. Like it's fun, yeah.
Hey, he already mentioned some big names, so it's like I'm up the truth. So shout out wifey. But we gonna drink some good things today because we gonna need the answers. So let's start off with opening it up a little bit. You gonna take the honors to open it?
Of course. What's that?
Shout out wifey again.
Shout out wife. Ooh, where the wifey?
Yes, sir.
Where to my future wifey?
So let's start with a broad question. Like, I know if you guys don't know, he works for Universal. So what? Tell me about that. Are you signed to it or like you work for them?
I'm not signed. I'm a content creator at 1824, and that's a creative agency at the center of Universal Music Group. Okay, so we serve all the labels. It could be Interscope, it could be Republic, it could be Def Jam. We work with developing artists. We work with already known artists. Like we just there to create. Yeah.
So like, how did that even come to play? Like, how did that even happen? Like, at all? You feel me? That's a big step. So how did that even happen?
Yeah. So one of their marketing representatives, Deja, from Bowie, Word to Deja, she hit me up and she was like, yo, we need a content rep for Baltimore. Because she had seen what I did when I was on tour with Stunning the Baby. And so she was just like...
We don't get into that.
We don't get into it. But she was just like, hey, more life. She was like, yeah, we're looking for a content rep in Baltimore. Like, you go to Towson, you try and do that? And I was like, let's get it, yeah.
That's lit.
That's Universal. That's the biggest music company in the world.
That's why. So. That's some big things. So...
Hey, pull up.
If I seen today,
both of these.
We got you because we got a lot of questions to ask. So I seen, you were featured on a billboard.
Yeah.
So like, what's the new youth task? Like, what is that about? Tell me about that.
So, as a whole, we have the Task Force for Meaningful Change, which kind of started like once that whole George Floyd situation happened. Rest in peace, George Floyd. Sure. Like, it just got to a point where everyone was fed up globally. Like the world just fed up. And so Universal, they recognized that. And they turned internally, like they turned to us. And they were like, what do you want to see change? Like, what's different? So they started a task force led by some of our executives at the company. And then the president or the leader of the youth task force, Chelsea, she was like, well, how can us young people get involved? So they were like, you know what? We're going to start this youth task force. You're going to be in charge of it. And so from that, it was just like, a couple of us really resonated with us. So we were like, we just about to make change and like be the change we want to see. Yeah.
So how does that make you feel personally?
Cheers though.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like shout out to that Billboard article. It's crazy.
So like, how does that make you feel though? Like seeing the countless police killings and protests going on. Like, how does that make you feel personally?
It's crazy. Like, it's weird to me. Just because I can't wrap my mind around how someone could be that hateful or like
exactly.
It's a frame of mind and it's a level of energy that I can't even resonate with. So it's dumb. Like I hate to see that.
Yeah, that's
and
facts.
there was a post on Instagram yesterday that was like, seeing black people get killed on the internet, that's not normal. And it's really not.
And it's turning, sadly to say, it's turning into normal. Yeah. It's kind of scary now. It's like we supposed to call police and now it's like I'm not even finna call police no more. You never know what happened.
Yeah, and so all the defund the police movements are coming because it's like, we're fed up. We tired of y'all.
So what are y'all doing with our money? But, let's step away from that because I could talk about that all day, but we had to talk about your editing skills, man. Listen, I seen one of your posts, man. It's like, bro, how do you even come up? Like, the horse coming through and then you see Ymskyz. Like, how does that even come to your head? Like, that is crazy.
Dog, it depends on the video, but like, basically for each video I've shot to this day, like I never really have an edit concept in mind, so I'll just go out and shoot.
Freestyle.
I'll just go out and shoot.
Sheesh.
We're gonna get into freestyle when we talk about music too, but like back to the videos, like I just shoot, and then when I'm sitting at my computer in front of Premiere, I'm like, where do I want to take this? So a lot of the time, I'll just meditate before I start a video, like, all right, here's the process, here's what I want the end goal to be. And sometimes I'll just get in there like, oh, this was tough, let me connect this shot with this shot and see what comes. So it's like, I really can't even tell you how the concept happened, bro.
I actually think you had like a whole concept. You know, you sit down, you draw it over trench. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy how the creative mind works. Because I know me, I'd have had a headache messing with that.
I'm too disorganized for that. Like, I can't sit there and plan out, all right, at 30 seconds we're going to do at 45. Like, nah, I just like to see where it takes me. Because it's a journey. Like, this whole creative shit is a journey.
So it's like seeing it from your eye point. Oh, like telling the story.
So they're the viewers where I'm at that moment in time.
Okay. Yeah. We on to something. So I know you mentioned something about, you know, you already was at Towson, you know, you were shooting the homecoming stuff and stuff like that. So what's the biggest stage that you recorded? That you say that you recorded? It was like, wow.
Rolling Loud, New York with Saweetie. Shout out to Saweetie, bro.
Shout out.
Sheer everyone.
That is
shout
crazy.
out Currency too. Cause I shot so I was there with Saweetie, but then Abby, the photographer, I think her Instagram and stuff is like at Abby the homie. She was like, I know Currency people too, like, you trying to shoot with him? I said, let's get it.
Never gonna turn down nothing like that.
Never. Currency OG, yeah.
So how was working for your agency helped you connect with, you know, Sweetie and the different people that you see? Is that all you? Or is that more of like, you know, the backing of the agency kind of?
Nah, that's outside of the agency. The agency has helped me with certain artists, like, who have I worked with through 1824? Like, doing work for like Nasty C.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to think, 'cause I've done, yeah. Shout out Africa, yeah. Shout out Def Jam Africa. Shout out South Africa. Poor Stacy, that's like a rock rap type artist. I'm blanking, but like 1824 has helped me with a lot, but like Saweetie and all of that, that kind of just came from people who I knew. Damn, and just like tapping in with them like
so that. So this whole time I thought, you know, the agency was helping you out the most time. This is really just your personal.
Nah.
Then that's crazy.
Because I don't even like, a lot of the work I do with them, I don't even really post.
Okay, that's crazy.
It's all for the artist purposes, like internal purposes, so.
Okay, that's crazy. So you already mentioned, you know, you rap or you freestyle sometimes. So it's like, so what, you gonna get into that or you just playing around with it? Like, what's your really take on it?
I might drop an album, but it's like, I don't really care to have musical success. Like, I don't care to be on the charts, and I like to make what I want to hear. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of artists don't do that. But I drive a lot. What I'm gonna listen to in the car? Yeah, that's I'm gonna listen to that new Ymskyz. So.
Yes, sir. So is that an exclusive? It's on the way?
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna say these though. Yeah.
Yeah, bet that.
I'm released.
Bet that. So, what's the latest performance that you record? You know, besides, you know, I know you said the Rolling Loud was lit, but like, what performer can you say that, dog, I recorded that? It's crazy.
Well, that specific feeling, like, I had that when I met Wiz Khalifa and when I recorded for him. But in terms of like energy and like, damn, this artist lit, probably the Baby. Like, he do something different to the crowd. I get that. I seen him at Howard joint that, and I was like, oh, this guy was crazy. That's crazy. So since you've been in the industry, like, how can you say, like, what's the advice that you can give the DMV as a whole that will better us? Because, you know, I know I see Atlanta, I see, you know, other places that's blowing up, and you already worked with some people like that that's big in the industry. So what can you say what's wrong with the DMV right now? The DMV don't work together. More collab, like, that's really like collabs, bro. Like, you got Young Thug putting on Kid, you got Young Thug with Gunny, Young Thug with whoever he be with. We just gotta do that. Like, everyone is talented and there's a bag for everyone. It's not competition. Like,
yeah, that's facts.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's facts.
You see this brand, Wifey doing what Wifey doing. Yeah. But they still need the brand that made the cups. And the cups still need the brand that made the table to sit on. So it's like, just be in your own lane, do what you gotta do, and your blessings gonna be for you.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's facts. So being in the industry, is it everything that you expected, or is it like, dog, it's not even half what I thought half goes on?
It is, but it's not, because I'm not where I want to be yet. So it's like, I'm not at the pinnacle of what I deem the industry to be, but like from what I've seen so far, it's exactly what I expected.
Okay. So where do you want to be with your, where your
I want to be working with $1 million budgets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When I'm in Hidden Hills and like when I drive down the street and like Drake there, like whoever lived there out there, that's when I'm gonna know like, oh, we here.
You made it now.
Yeah.
Bet. So how long have you been recording? Because I feel like it's been, for to be at the standpoint that you're at right now, we're talking about years, 5+ years. So it was like
nah, nothing like that. I started 2018.
Sheesh.
21 Savage, that was April 21st, 2018. And it's August, whatever, 2020 now, so.
That is crazy. So are you only in the music industry or are you planning on shooting movies too and stuff like that?
A full-length feature film, I don't know about, but I do a lot of commercials. I do anything. As long as I like the vision and I can have fun with it. I don't like to do things I can't have fun with because then it feels like work and I hate work. So.
Yeah, that's facts. You like to have fun with what you're doing.
I like to freestyle life essentially.
Okay. So this is a question I always wanted to ask you. So for those of y'all that don't know, well, first of all, name the people that you've been on tour with. You know that you've been on tour with. That's an achievement right there.
I be forgetting a lot of names.
Name people that stuck out to you. Then I don't want to. You
Stunner for Vegas, the baby. Saweetie. That wasn't like a full tour, but that was just like a date. Wiz Khalifa and Currency.
Okay.
Wizkid and DJ Tunes.
Okay.
Shout out DJ Tunes. Shout out Wizkid. I'm forgetting so many. I did one date with Lil Uzi.
Sheesh. Hey, I'm getting jealous right now.
Oh, who I done posted. And then there was that DMV Winter Fest with Meek Mill, Megan Thee Stallion, and the baby.
Sheesh.
And I'm gonna just stop it there because
the
list
goes on.
Yeah.
Gonna be here forever. But I got more things to talk about. So it's like being on tour. Like, what's the craziest thing you done seen on tour? And hey, let us know if you can't talk about it right now. But what's the craziest thing that you seen that you like to share? That, like, put us on. That's what I've been. Or I gotta wait till we get off air, which it don't matter to me.
I'm waiting till we get off air, but like,
okay.
Fans really be trying to find artists at the hotel sometimes, and that could get a little that gets really hectic. Yeah.
Hey, we gonna move on from that because we ain't trying to get no YouTube troubles right now. So, as I said before, I'm a little jealous, man. You was with Wizkid, Kiss Daniel. Like,
oh yeah, Kiss Daniel.
How did that come apart? Like, Wizkid is like a legend. Like, he like a legend. So how did that come apart, dog? Like.
DJ Tunes. Word to my man's Lake. I Am Lake. He an artist. He a great artist. He was performing at this show called Heatwave at Echo Stage in, I think it was July 2018. And he let me record for him. Like, he got me a pass and everything. Sheesh. And so at that show, Burner performed, DJ Tunes performed. And Tunes, that's his DJ.
Yeah.
So I was talking to bro. I made a video for him. I was like, I'm going to make this video for you, and we just going to see where it goes. And so I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I was just in my bag that night. So when I got home, I forgot about that joint. And so he texted me next day like, "Yo, you got the visuals?" I said, "Damn, I gotta cook something up now." So I hopped in Premiere, just put the footage together. I sent it to him. I was like, "Starboy lifestyle." He was like, "Damn, like this the lifestyle right here." And I guess the timing was right. Because the next month in August, he was going to be at One Africa with Wizkid in New York City. So I was like, you like this one? Can I pull up One Africa with y'all? He said, it's sorted. And he really looked out. Like, I pulled up New York. They weren't trying to give me the pass I needed to be able to do what I was going to do. Tunes was like, nah, bro, like, this man right here, he need the pass. Like, he need all access. And so through that, crazy. Like, I met Wiz, linked with him. It was really quick conversations. Mm-hmm. I don't really got no relationship with him, but, like, just being able to work with that team.
That's facts.
It's a blessing. Yeah.
I know he's a great performer, so how was his energy like?
Crazy.
Any inside story, or that's off air too?
Nah, not even really stories, because it's just go to the show and then dip for real.
Yeah, that's
with
right,
that. Yeah, but it was like while he's on stage, you could tell he in his bag. Like,
of course, he on a different world. So
he in his own world. Like, that's one thing I said. Wizkid be on his own time.
I love it. So let's talk about Kiss Daniel now. That's also he just dropped the album, so that's that
shout out
definitely heat. So how was Kiss Daniel like? And I seen he was with Rolls Royce out there. I was like,
oh
man.
Yeah, nah, they took care of us. But he was cool. He's cool. He's really to himself. Like, he's just be in his room or like wherever he be. But when he's out and around everyone else, like, he's lit. Like, it's all good energy.
Bet.
Yeah.
So you've been to several states. So what's your favorite state to shoot at? That is like, I come here, it's like I feel at home, and it's also lit.
I like the South.
The South,
well, yeah. With Stunner, we did Houston and we did Dallas, and it was just different energy. But like, I like being out the country shooting. To be honest, like Ibiza.
True.
That's it. Ibiza, that's the one.
I'm hating.
I'm
hating. But let's move right on. Do you plan on staying in the DMV, or you want to like?
No.
Of course, you don't plan on staying. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. So, being in the DMV, all that goes on here. We could talk about days about the negative things that happen here. How do you keep your, your style and your spirit good? Because many people y'all don't know he's real spiritual. So it's like, how do you keep your spirits uplifting?
You done heard that song, like, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no?
Yeah.
That's how I live. So it's like I recognize life as something different, though. Like, I don't see myself as being confined to this human experience. I see the human experience as one aspect of life. Okay. Like, to me, there's no way you can understand God and know who God is and still be hateful. I mean, there are ways you can, because not everyone is like at the same pace, but just where I'm at in that understanding, it's like God is within, like the Holy Spirit is within, so you can never be hateful with that. Oil and water don't mix, so. Yeah,
so you already said you've been video recording since 2018, and many people have been doing it way before you. It hasn't got to where you're at. So what can you say tips, or what sets you apart from everyone else?
I feel like I was supposed to be here. Like, it's natural, because to me, I'll edit a video and not even know why it's that tough. Like, damn, and it'll just be like that. So I would say just go with your heart, for real. Like, whatever you feel like you're supposed to do, trust and be that, because nobody could be you better than you could be you. And once you're 100% yourself, you're gonna be where you need to be. So
I feel that.
I mean, yeah, there are people that have been doing it longer than me, and for them, it's like, it might just be your time. And it's people who've been doing this for shorter than me, who are at a higher level than I'm at. So
that is true.
You got to move at your own pace.
I feel that. You can't look at other people and try to compete. But what's that theory? They say comparison is the thief of joy. Something like that. Yeah, that's facts right there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I know you guys heard about the touring, things like that, and you guys may be interested in booking my man. So like, how does pricing work down? I know it can't be cheap. Working with the baby, working with Sweet, that can't be cheap. Ymskyz. So how does pricing work down?
Well, just off rip, like, my minimum is 1,000. So it's like anything, but that's not 1,000. Not going to be the price for every video. It depends on the concept. I like to quote per concept, because every video, that's its own world. That's a different world. So it's like, I can't give you the same price if you ask me for this, if you ask me for that. But you can't book me for under 1,000. Like,
sheesh.
Nah.
Because
you know the quality.
The bag's talking. The bag's talking right now. The bag's talking right now.
Yeah.
So how many sessions can you do in like one day? Like, have you ever had like multiple bookings in one day, and you came all that way like to one booking a day, and I'm gonna just perfect that.
When I started, it was multiple. Like, I could potentially do multiple a day, but now where I'm at, I don't even want to do multiple. It's like, I want to put everything I have today into this one video.
Respect.
Yeah. And so I try to give it a week in between shoots, just because I value my time a lot more. Like, I'm at a mental space where I value my time a lot more now. So it's like, the money is second. I don't really care about the money I get off of booking. I care about the enjoyment and the feeling I get from it. So if I don't have that, like, we might not even be able to shoot.
Sheesh. So with COVID going on and stuff like that, how has that affected you? Or is that like, a blessing in disguise for you? Like, how does that work?
Well, it's been, I would say for me personally, like, it's been a blessing, just because I got to be in the house, like, I got to be inside. So I've just treated this whole thing as a long-ass meditation retreat. So I'll just be in the house, like, reading, educating myself, meditating, trying to get better. Sheesh. Yeah, that's all it is, bro.
So let's say COVID didn't happen. What would you say would have happened? Like, give us a little view of what we would have seen.
I would be on tour. I'd have been in Ibiza Part 3. 3 years in a row. We did 2018. We did 2019. We would have did 2020. But it's cool. We're going to do 2021.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I would have just been like...
You'd have been crazy right now.
Because Rolling Loud, we have Rolling Loud, like, bruh. It would just be so much going on.
Too much content.
Too much.
Sheesh, hey.
Too much.
I feel like during this whole thing, we done went through a whole lot of stuff, man. And it's like, we could sit here for days and talk, but I feel like we got to keep that to the next interview because we got way more stuff going on that we going to talk about on the next interview. So I feel like this is like a little teaser because me and him go way back. So we going to leave it here. But before we leave it here, tell the people where they can find you and, you know, what's your next project for us?
You can find me on Instagram at Ymskzy, Ymskzy. And what's next? I won't be knowing what's next till I do it.
Sheesh.
But me and I, when is this about to drop?
Ooh.
Depending when this drops.
It's probably gonna drop Sunday. It's gonna drop
Sunday? Okay, so I just dropped a music video with Adura on Friday called The One. Follow him at ADURAH and watch the video. It's called The One. DONE on YouTube. It's a movie. We did that.
And you know, before we leave, I gotta give another shout out to the wifey. And before we leave, we gonna give my man Ymsky a bottle to keep, because you know,
bless up.
Just because it looks feminine again, don't mean
bless up. Nah, this joint hit.
This joint, hey, it's sweet.
Yeah, this joint.
And this joint have the interview, have me talking my stuff. So you know, until next time.
Word to wifey. My life.
Sweet.